Hello guys, welcome to Opstaan. In the previous video, we learned how to use handlebars and body password for front-end. In today's video, we are going to see how to use PostgreSQL and Node.js. It is a kind of a back-end work, so let's go to the video. First of all, you wanna download PostgreSQL in Chrome. If you did that, open pg-admin4. It is helpful to maintain and monitor your database without codes. Now here you see a default server and I start one of my servers with my password. Then create one new database which is named Opstaanrise. And you want to set something here such that the table space is pg-default. After completing this, save the settings and now your database is running successfully. And now go to the schema, go to table and create one new table which is named employees. And add some of the columns such that name, ID, mail, and password. Here set ID as a primary key. It will help us with in future work, so don't mind now. Save this setting and view the table. Now the table has a structure. Now comment the code and create a file called book.js. It is the main file for database connections. So for connecting our database, follow my code. First I want to initialize the PG and I create one class as a database and set the configuration. For my database connection, I gave the username as Postgres. The host is a local host. Database as Opstaanrise. And the password as 2003. and the port as 5432. And I add a connection function and a disconnection function to connect my Node project to the database. Finally, export the class to our root file. And go to the root file and add this database. In the previous video, we only used the get method to render the file. Today we are going to use the post method. For that, I already wrote an HTML code in our main file for login and sign up with post methods. So implement that, go into the rooted file. This data collect user data from the sign up page and insert into our database. that, I want to add one function in my database file called insert data. So come to the database file and write a query and values to insert user data. Again come to the router file and fill in the code. Once again, recheck everything. Now run the code and see the output. It is a sign up page, so I fill in the user details such as name, Opstaan, ID not one, and email opstaan@gmail.com and password opstaan123. The page was rendered. So our user data was inserted successfully. While to check that, go to the PG admin and run the table to see if the data was inserted, and it will appear on our terminal too. Next, we work on login, so go to the router page and use the post method. And so here we want to get those user details for fetching. I use mail and the password for logging so that I can write a function that get user by mail. Okay, let's do this function. was writing a query to get the user by mail and password. By using this function, I will return the user details to my front-end code. And go to the router page and fill out this code. Done. Now it was ready to run this project and see the output. Now use the user detail to see how the page was rendered. And recheck these pages with a new user. So that's all, the login page was ready with user fetching. Thank you and stay tuned.